Hello everybody and welcome back to the Tubers video. Today I'm joined by Kat.
Hi guys.
Kat heads up our brand new Tubers Code Academy that we've just launched in Torquay. So Kat, how's it going so far?
It's going great. I'm really loving having the kids there and inspiring some passion for them in creating these mods and learning how to code in a sort of more interesting way than they've experienced before.
What have they been learning so far? What have they been doing?
We've been using an online platform that uses a format a lot like Scratch, which some of them have encountered before at school, with a drag and drop block system based on Java language so that they can begin to build up a familiarity with the ways that you have to think to create code.
Yeah.
So we've had a few sessions now, and you can see them really understanding what they're doing and how it's creating something new, which is really exciting to watch them do.
Yeah, what have they been sort of creating so far then?
They've gotten through the first couple of tutorials. They've changed up the code underneath some of the blocks, so they've made bouncy gold blocks. They've made, if you mine a block, then a sheep pops out and zips off really quickly. Exploding arrows, which they all love. They get really into it and they start looking at, because they're following a tutorial, so they are following instructions. But then as they begin to get more comfortable, they start thinking, well, what if I change this to my own
So start thinking a bit more creatively about it and like what they can do.
We've had them crash computers because they've put really big numbers in. So with the exploding arrows, you fire an arrow and it explodes an area of blocks around it. And they figured out pretty quickly that if you increase the number, you make a much bigger explosion. In
Minecraft, you can create your own worlds and you can create your own sort of like machines, essentially, the tools it gives you in the game.
Yeah.
But in Tubers Code Academy, they're not just learning to build stuff within Minecraft, they're actually going into the code, aren't they?
Yeah.
With like a drag and drop system to
and
change
they're manipulating the way that the player would interact with the environment in Minecraft. Longer term, once they've gotten through these tutorials and the curriculum that we've developed, I'm looking at developing as we go along based on their interests, what the next step will look like for the kids who graduate through our modders curriculum. So that will be more, they can design their own maps and think of their own games and challenges. The code that they will have learned, they'll be able to do multiplayer, PvP, cooperative things. They can create race courses or challenge courses and really get creative. Their friends can then interact with the map that they've made.
Tell me a bit more about the curriculum then. So obviously at the beginning, they're starting off just learning the ropes, just learning the real basics. And then as they go along through the different model levels, they learn more skills. So just quickly put us through those.
At the moment, we have the first curriculum set in stone, which is you follow through the tutorials. Essentially, the curriculum is divided into 3 parts. So all of ours, because they're all new starters at the moment, are on Modders 1.0. And then there will be 2.0 and 3.0 for the more advanced code tutorials.
Yeah.
For each tutorial, they follow it. In each session, I go around and I chat to them about their code and I make sure that they know what they're doing, because even the kids who don't need particularly much hands-on support to actually get through the tutorials, I want to make sure they're not just following the tutorials and rushing through it. I make sure that they're understanding what they're doing instead of just following. And they do it naturally themselves, changing things in the code, playing with it. It happens so organically.
Because it's so easy, that the system is built out of like tools and drag and drop tools. And
it aligns with their interests. It's Minecraft. They know it. They know the format, they've played the game, and now they get to actually change that. It gives them this power, and it's really inspiring to see them just run with it.
It's great for the kids and their confidence in terms of future careers as well. Coding is a massive thing. Obviously, every app that's on your phone at home is going to have someone who's sat there and just written out tons of lines of code.
They're getting confidence in their ability to do things, and one of the most powerful things, I think, for them is when they come up against issues. And I let them see that sometimes I need to figure it out too.
Yeah,
I have been through these. My son went through them, but now we're back at the beginning, and occasionally they'll come up with a funky problem that I didn't have. I think it's really powerful for them to see a grown-up say, oh, I'm not really sure, let's figure it out.
Just figure it out together and sort it out and look at the system.
Because I think in a normal sort of school setting, there's a right way and a wrong way. And I think one of the most beautiful things about code is that there's no right way and no wrong way. There are better ways, but you don't have to be an expert to start to figure these things out for yourself, and that's how I learned to code.
So what makes the Tubers Code Academy unique compared to like other services?
I definitely feel like the kids who've encountered Scratch before have a fairly negative perception of it
Yeah.
because they've done it at school. And as much as I know that schools are serving a purpose, there's not much space left in them for creativity and originality. What they've done in Scratch has been very regimented and very school-like, and no encouragement because, they aren't, teachers do their best, but they aren't qualified. They don't have that experience in code to try and push them for a little bit more. There's just no time within a class of 30 kids for a teacher to do those things. And volunteer run clubs as well. They're great. And I volunteer in a code club, but what we have at Tubers is we have access to these amazing PCs, these kids coming together in groups. They're really developing this lovely vibe. They've started to form friendships. It's really, really nice to see. Even some of the quietest kids are really starting to get involved, which is amazing to see.
So the Code Academy's just started up. It's very, very recent. How long have you been going for now? About a month?
We launched at the start of April.
Yeah, so not very long. And now you've got big plans for stuff in the future.
Yes.
Do you want to sort of just go over a few of them here?
I'm an artist, really. Background in science, and that's where I learned to code. But my passion really is bringing inspiration and creativity and the space for kids to do that into the Tubers space. Some of the kids are interested in like the artwork of games, asset design. There's also storyboarding and coming up with the actual ideas for games. And so longer term, I do think it's great for them all to have the basic foundation in code and to understand how to think in that, because that then gives you something to build on. Not everybody will be a coder. Not everybody in game dev writes code. There are artists and writers and editors and...
Talking about teams of hundreds of people who work on video games nowadays. They're massive productions.
And so I think opening kids' eyes as well to the different aspects of that industry and to give them the confidence in their own abilities to say, I have something for you. So really, there's the core skills that they're learning, but then there's also the opportunities to explore their own creativity.
So that's been an update on Tubers Code Academy. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing here at Tubers, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, on Tubers Official, and like our Facebook page for more updates. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.